Hello, all you drama enthusiasts. Welcome to the meeting. This is Angie's Drama Room, and I am your meeting host, Angie, where we're going to discuss all things drama. And today it's going to be a Chinese suspense romance. I think that's what they're calling it, a suspense romance. And it's called Love Song in Winter. Yes. Actually binge watched it, which basically means I watched it as each episode aired daily and until it got to one episode a day. But I did finish complete watching all 36 episodes. Yes, it was 36 episodes. And actually, I thought it was pretty good. Now, it's not a blockbuster series like you want it to be, but it is a good it is good drama. It is a good idol type drama, and it starred Johnny Wong and Su Qian. Now, people may not like the male lead in this one. There was a couple of shows that he did do, such as Bright Eyes, something, and I didn't really care too much for the show itself. The show itself was about rescuers, and they went too detailed of explaining the rescue, and that was doing too much for me, and that's the reason why. And then the female lead, and she was coming off of Lighter and Princess, and she was a dancer. To me, watching them two together was a little bit cringy, and or I think he was either too old for her or she was too young for her. Whatever way it goes, it was a little cringy. So I kind of didn't really feel the chemistry between those two. So that's the reason I kind of dropped that one. And then there was the Last Shot, maybe, and that was doing a retrospect on the drug wars in China of 1997. So that one I dropped only because it was actually good up until when they were trying to get the team together. Yay. But up until they started more explaining about how these things worked in detail, and they made it so bad that they made a joke about it on where he had, when he was teaching them about drugs, and they had to sit there and watching him like, oh, I gotta be here. Yeah, so that's the reason why, and I dropped that one. That's the only reason why. It actually wasn't going to be. It wasn't going to be too bad because I kind of like the other second male lead on that one too. But when it came to Love Song in Winter, this one actually wasn't too bad. I know people, as I was explaining to you about Johnny Wong and his characters that he played. This one, they actually had a better match to me when it came to Johnny Wong and Su Qian. Sometimes you have to at least understand your lead, right? When you're doing a show. That's the reason why I always say As Beautiful as You was so good, because when it came to Zukai and Seven Tan, I think they kind of really enjoyed working with each other. Yeah, with Sutan, 710. I think she really was feeling Zukai on that one. But anyway, so in these two were really, really good because I think they really enjoyed working with each other. And the suspense, you kind of understood where they were going with the suspense, who done it was, but it made it so that way you stayed and watched how all this kind of incorporated together. So the suspense was really what's driving the show. They threw in the little romance when they were college sweethearts, and then tragedy happened where she broke up with Zhang Qingyi, and so she broke up with him while they were in college, and he was trying to give her a last chance to see what happened, but she never responded. So he was on his way to police academy. So he went to police academy, and they didn't meet up later until 8 years later. And when they did meet up, that's when his father on the show had to have surgery, and Luan, she was a anesthesiologist, and so she was supposed to be helping with that surgery, and that's how they met up again. So they did have a little conflict in the beginning. That didn't last long. Finally, she did accept him back in his life, and he accepted her. And they didn't. That's when the romance started, and also that's when all the other suspense started. And to me, by the time they got to the 20th episode, or even lower than that, I'm like, how are they going to stretch this to 36 episodes? But they did. It was actually really good. And if you saw it, let me know. leave a comment. Give me your point of view about this drama. I've seen people say they really enjoyed it. Some people didn't like it. I think it was just because of the male lead, but this was actually not too bad of a drama. Also, I want to talk to you about Smile Code. I did finish watching all the episodes. It took me a while to get there, but I did finish watching them all. It picked up. If you want to go back and see my review on that one, you can click on that. And I told you I kind of would have dropped it, but I actually did finish it, and it did pick up again about the 12th episode. It did focus a lot on their relationship. About the 30th episode, it kind of faded a little bit, but I still stuck with it. And about the 30 episode 35 and episode 36, it kind of dropped. Also with Kill Me, Love Me, I did try to pick that up again. I did pick it up again. The male lead, when he got out of the wheelchair, yeah, his stature is amazing when he had that cloak on. Yeah, so I kind of still watched it, but it doesn't have much lead to it. If you were going to pick, so I think Blossom came out. Blossom was actually pretty good, but the only thing about Blossom, um, it was good in the beginning when before they went back into their young self. It was good in the beginning, but the only thing is though, the male lead was nice when he had the white hair. But when they went to back into their young self and then up into their adult self, the visuals weren't there anymore for me to continue to watch, because that's the reason why I started to watch, because of the visuals. But now actually, the production was really good. The production was good. The acting was actually really good, and the writing was good. It's just that it didn't drive me. It's just another story to tell you about somebody who went back in time. And to be truthfully honest, going back in time really wasn't even an issue. It was just like they just started the story over again. And she had this book, and every once in a while she goes and consults this book to see what was supposed to have been happening during that time. I kind of don't enjoy too much of costume dramas. That's the only thing. And because of the drawn out scenes. And then Kill Me and Love Me, I believe I kind of like Kill Me and Love Me because it was more dramatic. Even though the production wasn't as better quality as Blossom, it was more dramatic. That's the reason why I kind of still try to pick that up back up. Right now, I kind of dropped it a little bit more because other shows started to air. I kind of dropped that one, but yeah. And then there was the Dylan Wang's show called Guardians of the Dafeng. It was actually pretty good in the beginning. The first 2, 3, 4 episodes is comedy. The comedy was a little bit more prevalent than Joy of Life. To me, you had to find the funniness, but I still like the chicken wing. But anyway, but it fell off after the 7th or 8th episode. I stopped. It fell off from that point on. I think I might try to skip a lot of these episodes, maybe just go to somewhere else, another point of the story, and see where that goes. But I really, when the first episode, I liked how Dylan Wong did the whole Mandarin Chinese dialect, old time dialect. That was cute. And then when he picked up the beer bottle, yeah, that caught my attention. But after that, it did fall off a little bit. So I kind of stopped watching that one. So anyway, I know I went on too much about these Chinese dramas. Again, this could have been my midweek roundup if you think about it. But anyway, let me know. What do you think about these dramas or anything that you have watched lately? Let me know. Leave a comment. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you have not already, I appreciate every subscription I get. And also hit that like button, and that way other people can see my reviews. I get a lot of views, but not enough subscriptions. And I appreciate if you don't hit this, if you don't mind hitting that subscription button. Thank you for joining me. Meeting adjourned.